Good morning vlog. I just woke up in Michigan. Today is the day of my pop-up. Just so excited for today, and I really just wanted to sit down and chat with you guys before I continued on with this vlog. This week's vlog is going to be shot, filmed, and edited by a close friend of mine named Devin. My experience, I feel like at pop-ups like this, I feel like you get to see so much more of the pop-ups and events through the lens of someone else. But I just wanted to make sure before the craziness started that I had a moment with you guys. I also wanted to quickly thank the sponsor of this week's video, which is Shopify. So I'm super grateful to have a long-term partnership with Shopify, and I have to say my partnership with Shopify is most definitely like the most meaningful, organic, authentic partnership that I've ever taken on in my career as a creator, just because they are single-handedly the reason why I was able to start this business pretty much on my own with no experience on how to start a business, how to run a business, how to even set up a website with a back end. And Shopify really made that possible, and also makes that possible for you all. So I love when I'm doing an event like this pop-up, which is a big milestone for me in my career, and then speaking on a panel about entrepreneurship and business and talking about how I did that and how I've made it work, the mistakes I've made, being able to highlight a platform that made that possible. Overall, Shopify is just an amazing place to start and scale a business. So I'm gonna be talking more about business and my journey in this vlog because I'm gonna be bringing you guys with me to the panel, and I'm sure that there'll be like little bits of what we speak about in this video. If you have an idea, Shopify is an amazing place to bring your idea to and just like start your dream brand and business. I also think it's so cool that Shopify is a brand, like just a side note, is partnering with entrepreneurs and small businesses and big businesses and growing businesses, and they're just like here to support us, whether it's me or whether it's you and whatever your dream is. So I just feel very honored to have them be a part of my life in such a big way. So I'm gonna hop in the shower now. I'm gonna get ready for the day, and I will see you guys at my pop-up. We are heading to a few sororities with Lancome to drop off the Tonique Milky Toner. Literally my favorite toner of all time. Such an honor to be working with Lancome as we kick off these few days in Ann Arbor. Just so excited. Okay, so first stop is Hey guys, there's more. Okay, next stop, Kappa Kappa Gamma. They were waiting for you, Paige. They were like so excited. So cute. Kappa Kappa, lock in. Thanks for having me. I have some goodies from Lancome. I'm really excited to give it to you guys. This house is so cute. Okay, last stop, AE5. see you guys tomorrow. Oh, the window's going down. All right, on takes today. We're gonna go check out the pop-up location. Our operations team and the rest of them are doing all the furniture and all the inventory. So we're gonna go scope it out. Get ready for tomorrow. Yeah. Taking off the jacket.
Which way back?
Cute to go right over this light. I don't know if you're gonna like that.
I don't think
I got you. Where are we going?
Oh yeah.
Back.
And then we can like put stuff there. Inside. Cute, I love that. This is my station tomorrow. Okay. I was thinking of like layering.
Good morning, Paige. How are we doing today?
We're doing so good. I'm gonna be on flower duty this morning, selling bouquets. I think if I wasn't an influencer, I would be a florist. I've always said that.
Oh my God. Damn! Look at that!
It was hard. Woo! Let's have a good day. Yeah. You guys together because you have like the same height. It's like there's two. And I'm feeling really short. I didn't realize you were big. Oh yeah. Photo bomb.
This coffee's 10 out of 10, but the pastries, it's insane. Pastry are all insane. I had the
yeah, she put in the cars rolled back. I don't know what. Like waves crashing on the beach.
Hondo Bakery. Oh, so good. 10 out of 10. That's a big one.
It's so good. I actually couldn't imagine it any better.
How's the day going so far?
So far, so good, so busy. All the bags I have left.
One word.
Gorgeous. It was insane.
Today in one word.
Spring has officially sprung. Electric.
Electric. One word.
Grateful. Emotional because it's really exciting to see Paige and her dreams come true and Dairy Boy's dreams come true. So it's so cool to see all the fans here today and I'm just excited.
The signature Dairy Boy latte, literally the best thing I've ever tried in my life. The cinnamon is gorgeous, the cold foam ratio, it's 10 out of 10. I got the Michigan crew, and then one of the little hats, and Paige gifted me flowers. Cheers. 10 out of 10. Cheers.
Cheers.
What did you guys get today?
Okay, of course we had to get the matcha, and then a beautiful bouquet, and then I got the little baby tea and a pastry.
There's all that food.
Yeah.
A lot of items sold out. A few items left, but got through a lot.
Crushed it.
Easy, yeah.
Crushed it.
Crushed it.
And that's a wrap.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
And that's a wrap.
Hi, I'm Sevi. I'm here to humble the talent.
Sevi, introduce yourself.
I'm Sevi, guys. I've known Paige like our entire life. I'm from her hometown. I still live there.
Shout out Guilford.
And I do hair, bridal, makeup, all that. And I have been doing Paige's hair for the last couple events.
So, a little fun story about Sevi. Sevi doesn't remember this, but when we were 5 or 6,
It's, yeah, somewhere around there.
I was dropped off at a beach camp in our hometown, Jacobs Beach, and Sevi was in his, was it Fubo?
It might have been a Fubu velour tracksuit, and I had a Blackberry.
He was on his Blackberry, like, cussing someone out.
Yep,
And I was
probably
like,
my dad.
But anyways, I have this, like, memory of Sevi before I met him, and then I went to private school until 4th grade, and then I switched over to public school. People weren't the nicest to me, but Sevi and Amanda were always so nice.
I always saw the vision. Like, Paige was always stunning. She was a stunning, gorgeous little girl, and I wanted to be friends with all the pretty girls. And Paige was the prettiest, so I was like, I have to be friends with her.
But all the pretty girls weren't very nice to me.
Exactly.
But you kind of clocked them.
I
for
always
me.
did. I was like always the biggest Paige Lorenz supporter ever. Like, I'm the president, CEO, CFO, CBO of the fan club.
Sevi and I have a lot of secrets together.
Yes.
And things that you will never know.
Never. So, and there's a lot.
There's a lot.
Only fun things though, you know. So.
A few crazy things.
Yeah, just a few crazy, silly little things.
Sevi's like done some dirty work for me.
I have. Yep. And that's all you guys will get. So.
You're gonna be seeing a lot more of Sevi. When we box dyed my hair jet blue, black.
We would do a blue black in her childhood house in the bathroom
I thought I was gonna look
upstairs.
like Megan Fox, but a lot of these old photos that people are like,
It was so black, like you have no
was
idea.
blue.
It was like the darkest level you can get, and then she had this grand idea to chop her hair into a bob and get these blue peekaboo highlights put into it, like electric blue. It was
I thought it was King
quite
Kylie.
a time, and she flipped her hair like this deep on the side over, and it was like, I have the picture.
stop using those as
So.
before and after photos of me. Because I don't resonate with those photos.
No.
That was Sevi and I's first hair
And now we did a very small amount of extensions today.
Yeah,
Her own hair is so healthy, guys. You have no idea.
Guys, my hair's gotten so long ever since I stopped frying
She
it.
basically has 50 grams of extensions in, which is like nothing. Like, if we take this out, her hair looks like this. It's
This
like
is
very
the least
sick.
amount of extensions I've ever had in my head.
Yeah.
But
looks
we
this
use
good.
Jay-Z styles.
We love Jay-Z. And we use the color Cookie Dough, I believe. It's one of my favorite colors from them. They're one of my favorite brands to work with, and pretty much all my clients use them. So, like, we're obsessed with them, and honestly, we love the owner. She's great.
Period.
Yeah.
Alright, time to get dressed.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye. I need to get dressed, guys, to go to this thing. Here's our sweatshirt from yesterday. Love it. Tory Burch is one of my favorite American designers besides Tom Brown. Sevi also is my assistant stylist.
Yep. Assistant to a lot of things.
Okay, Miss Prada down.
Yes.
Yeah, look at you.
Do you want to know my outfit today?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Hey guys, my outfit's pretty cute too. I'm in the Prada Monolith boots, a pair of pants from Saks. This is like the Prada Cash Gora. It's wool and something else blend little cardigan. It's in a dark navy blue. And then I have the Prada turtleneck on as well. So it's a little Prada ensemble today.
Let's hear about the fit. What do we got?
We have a Wrangler top and bottom suit, Schutz shoes, and Tom Brown button down from Paige Lorenz. And a Paige Lorenz updated bio.
So I'm gonna practice sitting. This is also my first speaking engagement, guys. I don't feel nervous at all, which is honestly making me nervous. Like, I feel like I maybe should feel nervous, but
No,
I
you're
feel
gonna
like
kill it.
Thank you. I feel like because of YouTube, I'm very comfortable stringing sentences together.
Comfortable yapping?
Very comfortable yapping. Maybe too comfortable yapping. Perfect. Good to go. I just maybe need like a drink before we go. Can we have a drink before?
No.
Oh. Okay, got it. DSW saved the day. We literally ran to get a pair of shoes, Vince Camuto, really cute, really chic. DSW has the cutest, most affordable designer shoes that you could literally find anywhere in the country. Like,
We have one
Ann
in our-
Arbor.
Yeah.
We have
they got
one
it
in Guilford.
locked
Yeah.
and loaded. So, DSW, give me a call.
Thank you so much for coming. We really
Not a tennis credential.
All mic'd up. Seaboard.
Right on the wall, and then you're introduced.
Known for its Americana aesthetic, products, and cult favorite accessories, Dairy Boy is more than just a clothing line. It's a feeling, and is a brand rooted in simplicity, charm, and the magic of small town living.
And welcoming Paige and Rachel to the stage. So my name is Paige, for those of you who didn't know. I grew up in Vermont and Connecticut and went to college in New York. Worked in New York for a bit after college and then decided to move to Connecticut, which is, like, my roots are in Connecticut and Vermont, but I sort of decided to return to my roots and a little bit earlier than most people would.
Ned is the founder of Dairy Boy and American Charm.
Yeah, founder of Dairy Boy and American Charm, which actually started when I was living in New York. A lot of people don't know that because I think the brand really took off when I moved to Connecticut in a way. And I really started the community in New York. And a lot of people might not know the story of Dairy Boy, but so it started actually as a brand called Shop Lorenz because I couldn't think of a brand name. I feel like that's a question I get asked a lot, like, how do you come up with a brand name? Like, sometimes it's the hardest part in such a, I guess, oversaturated market. I mean, there are so many brands now. How do you pick a name that is different? And I would say Dairy Boy is pretty different. And I'll get into the story of how that name even came to be, but it started as Shop Lorenz, and I was living in New York, and I just started posting images on this Instagram account that it had no following. Like, it had no following, and it was just like me, and probably my mom, just sort of dumping images that resonated with me, a lot of horses, nature, my dream chicken coop, like all these things. And that account just existed, and then I was a creator in New York. I was just on my Instagram story, on my personal Instagram, and I was talking one day about how I hate oat milk. Like, I truly just think it's really disgusting. And it has all these like chemicals and additives to it, and it was in a time where I felt like so many influencers were just like pushing this. You know, listen, like, people do have like dairy intolerances. I get that, but I felt like there was this narrative being pushed that like that was what was going to make you have a six pack. Like, oh, like no, like, that's not. I was trying to drink oat milk for no reason. I didn't have dairy intolerance, and then I was like on my story said, okay, this is gross. I don't like this. I'm gonna go back to whole milk. And in New York at the time, ordering a coffee with whole milk was like the most jarring thing. People were like, oh, like literally, are you joking? And I was like, okay, well, I was like, what's happening here? I mean, I'm from a small town in Connecticut, and I mean, I grew up drinking whole milk, like a glass of whole milk. I had whole milk with cereal. Anyways, it was this small thing. It was this small moment where I was basically like, it's Dairy Girl Summer. It was during Hot Girl Summer. So I was like, it's Dairy Girl Summer, and it really like wasn't for anything other than like a single story frame. And someone was like, you should put that on a hat. And I was like, yeah, I should. That's so funny and awesome. I put it on a hat, and then I got a bunch of DMs being like, I would buy this hat. And it was from mainly girls that were like, yeah, like, why are we drinking oat milk?
Girls that also
drink
oat milk, also wanted to drink
100%. And then,
like, cheers with whole milk.
and then I did, when I was like making these hats that was for fun, I did make them cool. Like, they were kind of retro. I mean, they were sort of like a Vermont sort of vibe, like this trucker hat, green. Yeah. So I made these hats, and they said Dairy Girl Summer on them. And they were honestly kind of cool. Like, they turned out way cooler than I expected. And then at that point, that's when the community started.
Yeah.
Because when it was a small community, it was like 100 people that wanted this hat. And it was sort of like this joke that everyone was in on. And then I started posting the mock-ups of the hat on Shop Lorenz.
Yeah.
And then it all sort of started making sense. I already posted all these horses and all this green imagery, and then these cool trucker hats fit into it. And then I started doing like a cow sweatshirt, and then it just turned into something. And then it was Dairy Girl for a while. And then I just felt like the name Dairy Girl, I didn't see a path to that become a clothing brand. It just felt like it was a little too gimmicky in a way. I don't know what it was about it. I felt like Dairy Girl didn't hit as hard to me as Dairy Boy. And because to me, Dairy Boy, a lot of people probably don't know this, but like to me it kind of like reads as like tomboy. Tomboy, like it doesn't, even in my head now, it doesn't even equate to dairy really anymore, but like of course that's like
at the root of it.
The root of it, and it is like true and authentic, like I do love whole milk and raw milk, but it's just like more of the lifestyle. It's me, and the name is a little bit different, and like what is that? And I think that's actually been, like I think it's a great name, and it's different, and it stands out.
That people don't really just want to buy products, they really want to buy into the entire world and the ecosystem that you're creating.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing such a rise of, first of all, female-led founders, a lot of female-led founders right now, and I think the reason that is because people want to buy from people. And I think that there's such a marketplace right now for, I mean, I know there's some guys here, but females and specifically, like I think it's a world in which, first of all, like most influencers are female. So if you have a platform, and by the way, everyone has an influence, whether you have 500 friends or 500,000 Instagram followers, like everyone does have an influence. There's just such a space for us to create content as females, because a lot of females are the consumer. And we take up so much of the marketplace. So I think it's just so important to lean into that and lean into being a female founder. And I think it's been, and I feel like we're seeing a lot of females have lifestyle brands. Right? Because we are the ones a lot of the times that are making the world a little bit more beautiful.
So let's talk about the importance of community and meaningfully aligned partnerships. I know yesterday we worked with Shopify to really power the entire Popup. So when you think about partnerships and brands that you want to work with, how do we figure it out?
Shopify is a long-term partner of mine. They're my platform.
Your e-com partner.
My e-com partner, Dairy Boy. I've used them since the beginning. Dairy Boy is completely self-funded, and I really like bootstrapped the whole thing myself, and it was just me and my friend from high school setting up the Shopify account and uploading pictures, and it was just, for anyone in here who does want to start a brand, I will say, like, I work with them, but they are truly my platform before. That's why they even wanted to work with me. That it is the easiest way to start a business, and it's the easiest way to make it so easy to, small or big, to support your dreams and goals. And I mean, there's so many different programs with Shopify. Even from, they'll help you pick a name for your brand. They have like this generator that can help you pick a name on the website. Templates for our web.
They make it really easy.
They make it easy to start a brand and a business. One thing I'll just say on that is that as soon as you have a business and you start growing, invest in your team. I mean, I sit up here to talk about Dairy Boy and all the things that I've done, but I would not be here without the people around me. And I think something I've learned, or the people that I look up to the most, are the ones not afraid to offload stuff. And I know that I'm not great at everything. I'm not the best at everything, and I think that's when you grow, is when you realize that you are now an extension of myself, and like my business is so much stronger because you're a part of it.
Thank you.
Staying in my own lane, in my own world, is really, I think, like helped differentiate
It's really helped differentiate you,
Yeah.
and I think too, so much of the success of Dairy Boy and just you as a person is because of who you are at your core, and and as a female founder, you walk into a room, you command the room because you know what you're talking about and you're passionate about what you're talking about.
Totally.
You're not just.
I also think I just like really know the marketplace very well, and I feel like I'm almost like friends with everyone that follows me, so I feel like I know them.
Yeah.
So if I'm friends with this large audience, like I know what they want, and I know how to create what they want, and they create something that's not just transactional. Like all the products we make at Dairy Boy, I actually wear. So I'm putting myself in the consumer's point where I'm like, would I buy this? Would I wear this? Would I love this? And that's how I'm going to create my products. And I'm never going to create product that's like just for a cash grab ever. It's just not me. Something I feel like a lot of people don't understand, which I honestly didn't really understand until recently, was the clothing, how like crazy the clothing industry is, and just how we're right now a drop-based brand, but that's not intentional. We're growing, as fast as we can, but it's an amazing problem,
We're trying to bring Dairy Boy to as many people as possible.
100%, like the most important part. is just going on and being honest about, you know, I'm not trying to create this crazy scarcity model.
Right.
Listen, has it helped my business tremendously? Has it made it grow a lot? Has it made it talked about more? Yes. But it's not this goal to create fancy.
Right. Well, we only have a little bit of time left, so
It
just
flew by.
It flies by. But just for like one last question, obviously outside of trying to bring the Dairy Boy community to everybody and really, what's next for Dairy Boy in 2025 and beyond? Where are we headed?
We're working really hard on. I hired a second designer who has some like tremendous experience, incredible, really like again like a player like on my team who like really changed my business overnight. She is creating with my current designer this just like amazing collection. We're doing just the coolest stuff, just stuff that I wish I had and in multiple colorways. And in 2025 we're doing a website refresh and I want Dairy Boy to be shoppable. You know, if you're trying to explore the brand, year-round shoppable, and we're still gonna have these like fun, we call them fashion drops. When I don't really feel like a fashion brand, but we just call them fashion drops because they're more like fun. Work in the industry, get internships in the industry that you want to be in.
Yeah.
I know that's like literally what everyone's gonna get internships, but even if it's like a clothing store, even if it's you really are into denim or you're really into influencer marketing, I do think I am who I am because I worked all throughout college. I think being willing to put in the work, and also something that I feel like is been important to me is that you create your own luck. Like I do think you create your own luck, and I feel like I've been able to, every single position I've been put in, whatever it was, socially, you know, professionally, I, you know, really take advantage of every opportunity, and I do create my own luck. Absolutely. Have the coffee. Go to the social hour, go to the cocktail hour, and
Take someone up on when they say, oh, I'll have a call. Like, yeah, actually,
take
I'll
the
follow up
call.
with you until I die to get that call.
It's like we're sort of like sharks like that.
Yeah.
Like I fiercely go after what I want. And it did, like nothing, it might seem like it, but nothing fell in my lap. Like nothing that I have is because I just like became an influencer and posted some pretty pictures. Like it might seem like that sometimes, but I truly am like behind the scenes, fiercely like trying to build a business.
Okay, well thank you all so much for having me.
Everyone, please remain seated for our Fashion Forward Showcase announcement and our closing remarks.
Killed it. Love that.
Amazing.
Please get off the stage.
No, we're awesome.
That was so fun. It was so
good. Everyone was freaking out.
I like your face. Thank you.
Grab the pop-up. I love it.
Thank you. Of course.
Thank you.
That was really fun. Honestly, that was really fun. I loved that. The one thing I wish I could have answered like specific questions.
Yeah, from the audience.
From the audience. But next time.
Next time.
Okay. High five.
See you.